friends, let's go to a start. CBSE Class 10 Social Science, Story Chapter number 7, Pet Culture and the Modern World. So, the earliest kind of print technology was developed in China, Japan and Korea. In China, books were printed by rubbing paper against the inked surface of wood blocks. First printed books. Print in China. In the 17th century, the use of print diversified in China because of booming urban culture. Print in Japan. First print in China, then print in Japan. Buddhist missionaries from China introduced hand printing technology into Japan. The oldest Japanese book printed in the Buddhist Diamond Sutra. Increases in demand for book. Increase in demand for book. Demand for book increased because first, book fairs were held at different places. Second, production of handwritten manuscript was also organized in new way to meet the subscribes or skilled hand writers were no longer slowly employed by wealthy or influential platform influential patterns, but in third, subscribe our skilled handwritten were no longer slowly employed by wealthy or influential patterns, but increasingly by booksellers. The print revolution and its impact. First, the time and labor required to produce each book came down. Second, the printing press, a new reading public emerged, reduced the cost of the book. Now a reading public came into being. Third, knowledge was transferred orally. Before the age of print, books were not only expensive, but they could not be produced in sufficient number. Fourth, what the translation was not so simple. Book could be read only by the literate, and the rate of literacy as most European crematories were very low. Oral culture thus entered. Print and printed material was orally transmitted, and the public hearing and reading became intermingled. Religious debates and the fear of print. Explain. First, the print created the possibility of the wide circulation of ideas. Second, through the printed message, they could persuade people to think differentially and introduce a new world of debate and discussion. This has significance in the different spheres of life. Third, many were apprehensive of the effect that the easier access to the print world and the wider circulation of book could have on people's minds. Fourth point, if that happened, the authority of valuable literature would be destroyed, expressed by religious authorities and monarchs, as well as many writers and artists. Achievement of religion area of Martin Luther. Fifth, a new intellectual atmosphere and helped spread the new ideas that led to the Reformation. Next topic, print culture and the French Revolution. Define. So first, print the popularized idea of the Enlightenment thinkers. Collectively, Their writing provided a satirical commentary or tradition, superstition, and despotism. Second, print created a new culture of dialogue and debate. All value from an institution were re-evaluated and discussed by a public that had become aware of the power of reason. Third point, 1780. There was outpouring of literature that mocked the royalty and criticized their morality. In the process, it raised questions about the exciting social order. Fourth, the print helped the spread of idea. People did not read him only on kind of literature. If the read of ideas of Voltaire and Rousseau, they were also exposed to monarchic and church propaganda. Okay. Fifth, print did not directly shape their minds. What it did open up the possibility of thinking differentially. Next topic, the 19th century woman. Define. So first, as primary education became compulsory from the late 19th century, okay, a large number of new readers were especially women. Second, women become important as readers as always as writers. Penny magazine were especially meant of women, as were manual teaching proper behavior and housekeeping. Third point, in the 19th century, leading libraries in England, lower middle class people, sometimes self-educated working class people wrote from themselves. Women were seen as important readers. Some of the best known novelists were women. Jane Austen, the Bronte sister, George Eliot. Their writing became important in defining a new type of woman. Printing in India. Printing in India. First, the printing press came to India with Portuguese missionaries in mid-17th century. Second, the first Tamil book printed in Cochin in 1579 BC. BC means before Christ. Third, weekly magazine Bengal Gazette started publication in 1780 BC. 1780 BC before Christ. Okay. Fourth, first printed edition of Ramcharitmanas of Tulsidas came out in the Kolkata in 1820 BC before Christ. So BVI question. Objective. Fifth, many newspapers in various languages started publication in 1821 to 1822 before BC. Sixth, Hindi printing began seriously in 1870 BC. Conclusion. It is difficult to imagine the world without printed matter. In fact, print shaped our contemporary world. Social life and culture changed with the coming of print.